Hi YouTube, Unkert here. In this video I want to talk about Python classes and objects. So I have a file open called myclass.py, and I've also created another file here called classes.py. We'll go to classes.py later. We're going to start with myClass, and then we'll incorporate the class we create in this file into classes.py. So let's get started with that. Okay, so I'm going to create a class with the class keyword, and when I name a class, you want to name it in uppercase. So I'm going to create a class called class employee, and then when I start a class, I want to initialize it with this dunder_init method. So I'm going to do def for my method to define my method, and then I'm going to do dunder_init, and I'm going to pass in a couple other things. So for my employee class, I'll want a name and experience. We're going to keep this pretty simple, okay? And when I go down in my dunder_init method, I'm going to say self.name equals name. That'll allow me, when I create an object in the other file and pass in a name, it'll allow me to use that name within the rest of the class. I'm also going to type self.experience and say that equals experience, right? So that's all I have to do for my dunder_init class, and then I'm going to create another, or my dunder_init method rather. I'm going to create a method called total salary, okay? And for each of these methods, you want to pass in self, and that'll allow me to use these attributes that I pass in when I create the object. Okay, so I'm going to say if self.experience, if that is greater than 5, the salary here is going to equal 100,000, and I can use an underscore instead of a comma. That just makes it more human readable. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to say elif self.experience is greater than 1. So this is greater than 1 but less than 5, because if it's, well, it's greater than 1 up to 5. If it's greater than 5, the first condition will be met and it'll skip this condition. I'll say the salary is 75,000. We're just going to make this pretty basic, okay? And then otherwise, so the experience is less than 1 year, we'll say the salary of this company is 50,000. Okay, probably not a real example, but that's okay. And at the end, we're going to return the salary. Okay, and I want to have that indented in line with the rest of these, so it's not going to be included in the else condition. Whatever the salary is set, either in the if, the elif, or the else, we'll return it. Okay, so let's go down, and then we're going to create one more method. We're going to call this the paycheck. Okay. And these employees, they'll be paid bi-weekly. And so here we'll say the employee, we'll create a variable called the employee underscore salary, and we'll set that equal to self.total salary. Okay, so that's going to take the other method, so this method here, and get the salary. And then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the paycheck. So we're going to say paycheck equals employee salary, and then I'm going to do integer division. I'm going to just put it to the nearest dollar. So we're going to divide it by 26 if they're paid bi-weekly, 52 weeks per year, so 26 paychecks, and we'll return the paycheck. Okay. Finally, let's just do a little formatting here. Okay. All right, so we formatted it. Notice there has 2 lines, or actually 1 line under each method there. Okay, and a new line at the end. All right, so I'm going to go to the sidebar here, and what I want to do is now go up here and go to my classes file. Okay, so I'm going to go to my classes file, and then we'll close out the sidebar. Now we want to import the employee class. So to do that, we're going to say from my class import employee. Okay, and then we can use it. So we can start to create employees. And maybe we do that by some employee variable number. So we'd say like E001. Okay, that equals an employee. So this is an object of the employee class. And we'll give it a name, Joe Smith, and the years of experience, 6. Okay. And then we'll do a few more. So EE02, that's an employee. That's named John Smith. No relation. And John Smith has 3 years. Okay. And then we'll do E003. That's another employee. This is Sally Smith. Again, no relation. And she has 4 years of experience. And then we'll do E004 is another employee. Let's do Samantha Smith. Again, no relation. And she has a half year of experience. Okay. And so now what we can do is we can access methods within that class for each of these objects. So we could do a print and then do a format string, and we could say something like E001 dot name. Okay, so we're getting the name, and we'll say the paycheck is, and then it's a dollar amount, so we'll have $1, and then we'll do E001 dot paycheck. Okay, so we can access the method, and we'll say paid, or something like and is paid bi-weekly, so every other week. Okay, so let's do that for each one. So I'm going to just change the numbers here. So we'll do 2, 3, 4, and we want to change this as well. So we'll do 2, 3, and 4. And now we can open up our terminal, okay? And we can run this with Python 3, and then this is classes.py. And we see we've got Joe Smith's paycheck is $38.46, is paid bi-weekly. John Smith's paycheck is $2,884, as is Sally Smith's. They're both in the same pay bracket. And then Samantha Smith is in the lowest pay bracket. She gets $1,923 paid bi-weekly. So that's a little intro into classes and objects in Python. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.